Hello, Bristol Bay. Today I'm going to teach you how to use your CQ Foods app. The first thing we're going to do is look for the CQ Foods app, which will look like this. And then you will sign in using your email address. You can find your email address in that pouch. You select Done, and then you will select where in the supply chain you are. And so you will be in the producer supply chain, so you can select that one. And then you hit Let's Get Started. Then go down to the profile icon in the lower right-hand corner of your screen. And here's where we will pair our device. Make sure your CQR is next to you. Select Devices, and then Connect Device. By pressing the button on your CQR, we'll turn it on and then allow the app to connect to your CQR. And so we are now paired. By going back to the Home button, you will now select Tender Long Form. You will search for your product, salmon sockeye whole. Here you will enter the boat name. If you're working on a tender, a boat pulls up. Say it's the Trina Marie. And you're working on the tender, the Donna. So that's the name that you would put in there. You're working in Togiak, and this boat comes up, and then you know that it is a drift boat. Now you go through your normal QA/QC process, looking at whether the fish were bled. How many were bled? You can then fill out 10. Number of fish not bled could have been 0. Were they floating? Yes. Was there a slide mat present? Yes. What are the internal temperatures of the fish? You might measure them to be 55, 54, 55. And then you could say any comments here. Here's where you can also use the microphone button to then say comments that you would like to say. Then you hit the button, Take Measurements, and at this point, you will place your CQR just below the dorsal fin of the salmon, but above the lateral line. Then depress the 4 electrodes in that space, and while holding it down, press the button. And you will notice that a green light pops on after a successful measurement is taken. And you will see the measurements taken increase. Hold it down and take 3 measurements just by depressing the button 3 times. You do not need to lift the device off the fish 3 times. After you've done that, you can hit Stop Taking Measurements. That has now saved that batch. Here you can view your batches, and then you can use, let's say another boat comes up. Now you do the back arrow, and you're back on the same form. So you do not need to fill in sockeye salmon again. The new boat name you might need to change, and maybe that is Catcher. You're still on the Donna, you're still in Togiak, you're still measuring drift net fish. The fish looked bled. This one maybe only 9 fish were bled, and 1 seemed like it wasn't. So you would fill that in. Floating mat was present. Maybe there wasn't a slide mat. And here you could change your temperatures. These were 32. These were 36. And your third fish was 33. You take measurements again. You put the CQR below the dorsal fin and above the lateral line, using and press down on it. Press the button 3 times. And then hit Stop Measuring. Here it will give you a synopsis of your last fish that you have measured. If you ever need to verify it, you can keep hitting the back arrow and then go to the graphics icon at the bottom, and then you can push down on the screen and it will refresh, and then it will give you all the batch measurements that you have taken. Do not hit sync with server, and we will do that when the devices are mailed back to us. So do not hit sync with server. Because of the internet problems, we don't want the phone to even try. So you don't even need to worry about that. To get back to the forms, simply press the home button on the lower left-hand part, and there's your tender long form. And here, you would then have to start a new form. But using the back arrow, you can go to the form that was previously filled out and then save it as another batch. And so that's how you can pair your device, you can take measurements, reuse the same form, and verify that you have measurements taken. Thank you.